Okay, this video is going to be a few videos, and I'm going to do it over this website that I'm doing, which is actually my portfolio website, my own thing. And I've never actually, even though I've done a million videos on Bootstrap Studio, I've never done a full website in the program. So anyway, I'm just starting off in the bare bones of it. This is a Navbar, and I want a carousel involved there. And I want two columns for the next one and 3 columns for the one after, and then a footer type of thing. Okay, and I'm not going to go with a contact form. Like I've said in 1 or 2 videos, I'm not quite sure what the importance of it is if you've got an email address and stuff. So I'm going to do without that. And I think there's 1 or 2 people actually coming over to that way of thinking that you know, you don't really need them. So anyway, I'm gonna risk this, and what I'm going to do is, when I'm doing the site, I'm going to you know, do it as like a narration of my thinking involved in doing the whole website. So anyway, this is just a prelude to, you know, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to join the videos that I'm doing on this together, so to build up you know, to what's into my thinking when I do websites. So anyway, that I hope you find this interesting as I go along. Okay. Okay, so I left it with the prelude to this, and this is what you'll see. Like I said, what it is a 1-page setup that I'm doing. So like I said in the beginning, this is image gallery and 2 columns and 3 columns and a footer as well. Okay, so in the meantime, what I've done is I've put a few images here to put into the carousel. Okay, and if you're going to put images into carousel, make them the same size, that is, and always in JPEG. If you put them in PNG, often at that size they're going to be too big. PNG is fine if you want transparency of images, but usually just small ones. Okay, so this here needs to be, you know, it just needs to be quite small. So we'll go to the carousel. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to start with the navbar. The navbar is in any site, it doesn't matter how much experience you've got, you'll always come and hit problems. It's just the nature of the beast, and sometimes the problems you don't foresee. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to start with the gallery. So right, where are we at here? Right, carousel on the left hand side there, and I'm just going to put these images inside. So convert to HTML. All right, and edit code. Okay, so you've got this here, and all right, so you got plenty of code here. Right, so if I'm not sure if this has got F10 on here or not, to zoom in. No, I don't think that is. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is going to change the images. So the images are found where it says div role equals listbox carousel inner, and this is like 3 images, which corresponds to like this here, the 3 dots there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's where it is. Okay, you can have as many as you want though. So, but we're going to change that, and I'm going to put in, this is a new updated version of Bootstrap Studio, and still haven't fixed the word wrap. I'm going to put amber. No, I'm not. I'm going to put in dhtml.jpg. Okay, and I'm going to put in another. Well, I'll just apply that. Okay, so as you can see, that's just popped in there. All right. Okay, so go down next line. Okay, is if you just give us a second there, my battery charges just come out, so it might be a bit dark. Just give us a second there. Okay, I'll just plug this back in. Okay, so that's brightening it up a bit. All right, so the next one I'm going to put in amber. Okay, amber.jpg, and the next one I'm going to put in dozy. Come on, dozy.jpg. dozy.jpg. Okay, so I'll apply all these. All right, and then we'll test it in the browser. All right, and this is again on Edge. All right, so you see that there, and that is absolutely huge, way too big for the needs that I want. As that goes right across the page, that's certainly not, that's really not very good for me. So what I would do there is go to styles, okay, and see if we can find carousel 1. I think that's the one we're looking for. I'll just go back to that and see carousel 1 is the ID. So that should be there somewhere. Carousel. No, create. There it is here. Alright, so I'm going to put in height. I'm going to put width 700. Okay. And this could be a bit of trial and error, as these things can be pixels. Alright, and I'm going to put in height 350, put in 400, I think, px. Oops, that hasn't taken. Height 400. Got too many p's there. Alright, so that's I'm going to put in margin left auto. Okay, that goes to the right there. Margin right auto, and that switches it back. Okay, so now we'll just have a check of that. All right, so there we go. That looks good to me. Yep, that looks very good to me. That's spot on. I'll just check that on how it would look on a mobile device. This would be tablet. Oh dear, I see. Right, okay, right, that just wouldn't look very good at all. Yeah, just go to there. That's awful, that. So right, what we do that is just to go to the carousel. Okay, carousel 1, and we'll go to minimum height. Okay, so min height doesn't got that there. Min task now. Okay, min height, no, min width it is. Just go to minimum width, and I'm going to say 300 pixels. Okay, right, see what happens then. And okay, so let's have a look at that. That's still wrong. So we just put that down a bit. Okay, and we'll try another tactic, and we're going to go maybe 70%. All right, okay, right, let's have a look and see what happens there. Okay, right. As I say, that you always see problems in these things, so that's 70%, and when it goes down, that goes down too. That's not great. Okay, so height, put in 90%, no, 40%. Big difference, but you know. Right, try it again, and let's see what happens there. That's all right there, but yeah. So there we go. And that's basically when you've got problems and things like that. You just have to be adaptable, and this is basically how you become adaptable. You learn by mistakes. Sometimes things that you try, it just doesn't work out. Okay, and then you have to go to plan B. You can actually put that. Wish the options would come down there, but it doesn't seem to. So anyway, right, we'll go on with this, and empty columns. That's true. Everything's, yeah, quite happy with that now. Okay, so right, where we are now. Okay, so the next thing is empty column and empty column, and I want on this one here, I want this to be, as I probably said, and as you might know, that this is grid systems are based on 12. So I want as an 8 and a 4. So the left side's going to be 8, the right side's going to be 4. Okay, convert to HTML. I want this one here. Right, okay, edit code. And this is 6, as them two are exactly the same. So I want this to be 8. Okay. And I just apply that. All right, so now the other one goes underneath, because that would be at 14. So there's now 8, and that underneath is 6. So what happens then, when it's like that, you have to measure them back up. So this one here, all right, has to be 4, or you know, somewhere around that, as long as it's not 5 and over. It depends on what you're going to do. So this, what we're looking for, wrong one there. So edit code, and this is going to be 4, and that will put that back in to where it's supposed to go. Okay, there, see there, your empty column 8, empty column 4. So now what we do is, I've got some stuff written out from this. What happened is that my portfolio site and that, it became an absolute mess. There's something went wrong with it, so I'm just messing around to make something, you know, make some better if I can. So anyway, I've got a lot of the words and stuff are pretty much what I need. So I'm just going to take this and, all right, what have we got here? Right, okay, I think that is right from there. Okay, so just copy that, and we're going to put in here, and I'm going to paste that in there. Okay, so now we want this custom code, which is the 8 one, so I want that in here. All right, so you just pop this in here, Control V, all right, and apply that. Just a minute, and I'll pull this down. Okay, so that's gone over to there for some reason. All right, okay, I think I might need another div in. Okay, div, apply, see what's done now. Let's have a look at this. And just have a check on that, and that has gone very strange for some reason. Just take this, some of this has to right, okay, so what have we got here? Class 8 H1 should be okay, that, but it's not, obviously. And the 4 one is, again, I'm just going to take stuff out of this, and I'm going to just pop, let's see what we've got here. And yeah, so we're just going to copy that and just pop this into here. These are common problems, these. Very common. Okay, so now what we've got is just, have I applied that? I'm not sure if I've applied it. I have, yes. Alright. Okay, right, so what have we got now? Okay, so that's on there, right, on that side of things. Just going to take out some of the stuff here. I'm going to take out this line here. Alright, and apply that, and that shouldn't really interfere there, but it is. Oh dear, I know what I've done. I know what I've done there. Just take that one out, and that one there. Apply it again, and there we go. Alright, so okay, what happened is, I'll just show you what's going on now. Alright, what I did is I didn't put the right, I missed the div, and I didn't go into the 8 margins, like I said, 8 there and 4 on this other side. Alright, so that's what went wrong there, but now it's all fixed. So that's a very, very easy thing to happen, you know. So what I did is I didn't put everything between the column there. Alright, so now we back in shape, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how that all works with a different setting. Alright, so the Bootstrap, so now you can, I'm going to try and see if you can, this superhero is a dark one, I think, and that may give you some more insight into right, let's have a look. So we've got that there, and that's still not going over there. Alright, okay, okie dokie, right, and right, right, like 4 there, and what's going on here? Oh dear, I think it's the same old error I've just made before. Just apply that. Okay, let's see if this works. Bring this down. Okay, so everything should be okay now, and it's not working on here though. That's the problem. So so okay, I'm back at doing this project. I'm doing it in, you know, just 5-10 minutes when I get a little spare time. And so you're going to see all my mistakes on this. Nothing of that is going to be edited. The only thing that's not edited as such is the images and the text that I'm going to be using. So all the rest of it is you actually seeing as if it was on the fly. So yeah, so all mistakes and these will be highlighted, of course. But when you make websites, you're always going to come against them anyway. So this is where I left it. If I just open up Edge here, and this is if you remember, this is at 70%, I think. Also here, even though in Bootstrap Studio it is shown on the right hand side some text as well, which is what I want, it's not doing it on the browser. So anyway, I'm going to have to just knock some of these, close all the tabs down. Okay, so how what I'm going to do there is I think it must be on this other one. There's a problem. Yeah, I'll take that div out. I think that'll probably sort this out if I just get rid of this here. Alright, let's hopefully this will work and we can get on. Alright, okay, I'll just see how this works in a proper browser. Yeah, Okay, so that there is how I want it. There's right on the right hand side and also on the left hand side. So you got your 8 grade system on the left and you got your 4 on the right. Okay, that's always a thing to keep in mind. All right, I'm still not quite happy with this image gallery though. I think it's still a bit big at at browser size. So if I just have a bit more look into this, and I think it's a little bit too small at mobile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that from 70% to 100%. Okay, and that looks huge again. As I pointed out in the beginning, that was too big for the project I want to be doing. And this, I'm not saying that will be too big for example, a photography website where people are doing landscape stuff and all the rest of it. But for this, it is way too big. Okay, right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something in a maximum width, and I'm going to put that at somewhere like 650. Okay, or even 600 pixels. Right, you can see it just live. You can see it in Bootstrap Studio there, really cut down. So just see how that goes on a browser. All right. Okay, so that is way better for me personally. That's much better. I just need to show that as in the actual browser on the mobile as well. That would look, I think that looks how I want it. I'll just check that on where am I at? Yeah, that's looking pretty good there as well. So looks good on the 2 browsers I'm using there, Google and Edge. Okay, so hey, we've got a very nearly touching that gallery there. Okay, so what I'm going to put in here is the custom code on the 8.1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a horizontal line. If you don't know what horizontal lines is, it's just tags HR / and that. If you just apply this, what it does, it's been around absolutely years, this tag. For me, I always use it with my websites because I think it looks a stylish way to cut off things, to put them in segments, if you like. Okay, so we'll see what that looks like now. If that has, yes, it's taken. So if you can see that line there now, just underneath the gallery and between the right and there. And I always use these on my website, and I do with client work as well, if I can get away with it. As I've said many times as well, I haven't done any client work for a while, but if I can get away with it, I always put them on there too. And I just think it looks really good. But anyway, each to their own. But anyway, this is what I'm doing now. So the next section is, again, I'm not going to touch the navbar yet. All right, okay. This one here, 4 columns each, these ones here, making 12. And I want them to be 12. I don't want them to be anything else. That's the way that that's the way I want them. So now what have we got to do here? Right, let's get my brain into gear. Okay, convert to HTML and custom code, edit code. Yeah, that says the 4. Right, see if I can get in. Right, I want something like I'm just going to transfer some more photographs over to Bootstrap. There's the phone. Right, I'll just have to answer the phone. Right, okay, I'm back. I think this is where I was left off. The only thing that I've really done is I've put some more images here on the right hand side. So that should be okay. Like the next step is this here with the left column. Okay, so this is where things are at the moment. All right. Okay, so right, what I want is to edit this bit here. So we've got as I said, well, it was 3 4s of 12, and I want those as the 4 columns. Okay, so I'm taking this here, and this is a bit complicated. I've got myself a bit lost here, but I think this might be where I'm taking it from. So just copy that in there and just go down and paste that. Control V. Alright, okay, let's have a look at this. And I'm just going to apply that. Okay, so that you can see is probably, you've noticed that's not what I want. Right, it has to be something to do with divs. Okay, this is taken from the site that I've ruined somehow anyway. So here it's already got its div columns in from that one, so we want to change that and take that out. Okay, let's see what happens now. Right, this is more in tune. Just have a look at this into the browser. Okay, right, let's see. Okay, right, that's starting to look a little bit better. Alright, if I just find a paragraph and put that as H3 maybe, and H3, and just apply that. Okay, that's still not great, but it is. Take that one out. Alright, okay, so this should, I'll just take this style out and apply here. Alright, okay, so this looks, hopefully it'll work in the browser as good. Okay, right, okay, so we're starting to make a little headway now. Hopefully that'll work in mobile too. Yep, that's fine. Okay, right. Right, the next one is pretty similar. Just knocking this code down from the other ones. So what have we got here? Right, we need this here. Convert to HTML and edit code. Okay, right. Okay, another one. Another 4 column, right? Let's just check this out. Right, let's just pop this in. Let's just see what this looks like. Okay, Control copy, and then Control V between here. This might not quite work out first time, but let's have a look and see. Right. Okay. And that looks to be a little bit better than I expected. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, it's not balanced or anything, but that can be sorted out. Just look at this and not put in arty stuff at first. I'll just put that there for now. Yeah, it's still a little off that, but let's have a look. Still, it's making headway. You know, this is the way it goes sometimes. And again on this third one. Alright, let's have a convert again to HTML, edit code. Alright, and let's have another look at decipher stuff here. And alright, let's have a look. Maybe. Alright, let's just see what happens here. Alright. Apply. Alright, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Again, for some reason that's got a margin top in, which I'm not really too pleased with. And alright, okay, let's see what this is. Ah, yes. So this is now starting to take some shape. Alright. Okay, so just take out which one was that first one? Just put this in as art, graphic design, and apply that. And this won't be too great at the moment, but at least it gives me a guide of where I am, you see. And the thing is, sometimes you can, the way to work sometimes is that as long as the basics are here, then you know yourself of where you are. So it's not really too bad. Okay, so right, what I want to do now is just put in another one of those HR tags I was on about. Okay, right, if we just put one of those in, HR / and apply. Okay, let's see where we are with this now. And as I do a lot of, browsing, like knock the browsers down and stuff like that. That's just the way I like to work. I know it's annoying, probably always keep, refreshing and stuff, but right, okay, so this is now starting to take some real shape and that, I know that's wrong there. That's okay though. And now basically, yeah, it's starting to really, not bad at all. That's right. Okay, so now is the footer really, and I haven't really given any thought at all to the footer, and I've realised that a lot of what the footer has is stuff that I would be putting on anyway, like Facebook, Twitter. I think that might be Instagram. Facebook, that just goes back to the top. That's okay though. Home, services, about, terms, privacy policy. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that icon is, but Facebook would just go to a Facebook account. And Twitter, for me, it would probably be Pinterest or YouTube or something like that. Anyway, so what I'm going to do as well here on the footer, it's different layers I see. Alright, okay, block footer basic. Alright, convert to HTML, and block one footer. Right, let's get this again. I made a bit of a mistake there. Edit code. Right. So okay, again, I just want one of those HR things. Okay, right, HR / that. Apply that there. Okay, so that should be just a touch above here. That's good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so this is sort of, now it's basically done. We've got the brand, first item, second item. Now I'm just going to go up to the I'm not sure what the colors can always be changed and stuff. Home services, terms, I'm not interested in that. Not interested in privacy policy at all, so that can be got rid of. Home services, about, copyright name, take that away. And alright, what we've got here for the icons, Facebook and that. Can I get a hold of this thing here? Right, okay. So I would actually leave these. I've got my own as well, that I was going to put in here, but I quite like these instead. They're just they're quite good, you know. Right, so basically now what it needs is the navbar sorting out. Alright, okay, so just knock them down. Alright, okay, and the navbar is going to be, right, these are, I'm just going to leave it there for now, because that's looking in decent shape now. You know, the navbar needs attention. The few things like graphic design, and also the thing is about, which is an H1 thing. These are very important because they're going to correspond with the navbar that I'm going to use. Okay, so I'll just leave it there for this time, and then I'll be back and I'll show you some more of my insights. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you got this far, I'm really glad you've done that, and you can see how I build sites. You know, my thinking process, its preparation is always a good one, often drawing things out, and you know, you're always going to find problems, you know, you always are in web design. But anyway, I hope you come back for what should be like a final thing, really. So anyway, again, thanks for watching to this far. Okay, so this is where we are with this site, and why was not doing that? Just refresh that. Okay. Okay, so right, this is basically the layout and that where we were, or in fact it is exactly the way we were. And yeah, it just shows you, even though I've been using Bootstrap Studio and trying to teach people to use it for a year and a half, I've never actually built a full site with it. Certainly not for myself, or in fact not at all. So anyway, right, things that we've got to get done in this bit. I was on about the navigation bit, but of course there is stuff to get done that needs to be better. The graphic design where that is, and that needs to have an about in. And so back to the drawing board, really. So what have we got here? I've saved all this, like as you should with everything, really. You should always save. But where am I at? Custom code, graphic design. Alright, the graphic design bit here. Just Control X, and we'll put this here. Control V, okay, and just apply that. And right, okay, that's in the middle, that's where it needs to be, and so I'm quite happy with that. So I'll just see if this just refreshes. Okay, yes, so that's more or less the one here. The bit of the logo design could come down a touch, but that's pretty academic. That's fairly good, that, because you can see there, if I go to the top of the page, it's about 10 pixels out. Anyway, this Dunelm designs here as well, that needs to come over a touch, so I think that might be, it's possibly in H3 that I think that tag. Let's have a look. Yeah, H3. Okay, so I'll just style that H3 text align center. Okay, so hopefully that would sort that part out. Yeah, okay. Yes, and that basically is, apart from that logo design, which, you know, that could come down, it's actually, that needs to be redone as the picture, so I could do that at another point, because I don't think, like I've been telling you you people about like putting your images the same size, and I don't think that image is the same size, and that could be the problem for that one. And I know here there's an about to put in there. Right, trying to get my bearings on this. Okay, right. The 8-1, okay, and I need an about. Okay, so right, H1. I think that might go here. Just put the H1 in there, and I need an anchor tag 8 and href equals, and I think this is hashtag, and I'm just going to put in about. Okay, alright, okay, and about, and close that with the tag, and h1. Okay, right, let's see what that's doing. Yes, okay, that looks good. Right, that's what I need. So if we just check this out on, yeah, that's actually doing live. I don't think I was aware that things were done live on as you're doing them, and really this is coming along nicely. Got a bit of a thing there, a bit of a tag that's not supposed to be there, so there it is there actually. I thought that would be very difficult to actually see, but it's straight there. Okay, so now we are motoring along. Let's just put that there. Right, okay. Right, oh, well, I mean that is that's certainly doing something. It's really looking what I would say quite nice now. Don't know what you guys think, but I think I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, so now for a tricky bit, just go back into where it says about graphic design. Yeah, and I'll just check this as well. Yeah, okay, right, back into this bit, and this bit isn't as straightforward as I would like, as I'm saying as I like, it's just the way it is. Again, Navbar, convert to HTML. You can't, there's no other way to do this. You have to code this thing. Let's see what this is. The footer basic. Well, the footer can wait for a minute. Right, okay. Alright, custom code for carousel. Where does that come up? Not sure. Oh, right. Just a moment, and right, let's see what I've got here. Okay, edit code. I'm looking for the nav bars, not the nav bars. Right, okay, let's get some nav edit code on here. Okay, right, the nav bar. Okay, right, it's got brand on here, as they all do, I think, on Bootstrap Studio. I might be wrong on that, but I think they are. Now, if you've ever watched any of my videos, and I hate this idea of a hamburger menu. Basically, if you don't know what one is, it's the three where it collapses, for example, like that. And if somebody isn't telling you what that is, for example, my dad and my mother-in-law and things like that wouldn't have a clue what that meant. So this is UX design. It's most UX designers couldn't design UX for toffee, and you know, I'm quite willing to debate that with them. And menu, anyway, so this is going to be menu, so you know exactly what that is. Okay, so right, what we're going to do here is we're going to have the first item. Okay, so the first item is going to be about. All right, about, and this here is going to be ID the equals about. Okay, right, okay, so just apply that, and we go into the browser again. Okay, right, about, not working. So I just have to check on that, why that isn't. Right, ID equals about. So it's just trying to apply. Okay, might never have applied that. No, getting a bit confused. Let's have a look. Should get this down because that's a carousel. I'm not really sure what that's doing there. Right. Okay. So ID. Oh no, man. That's what am I doing? Wrong way around. href. Okay. Let's go back. href equals, and this is going to be about. Okay. Right. And we just go back into the browser, refresh that. Okay. Now about. Still doesn't work. Let's see if I can sort that out a bit. About right, ID equals about. All right, okay, apply that. Come on, surely you got to work this time. There you go. Right, okay, so there's often sometimes I get that mixed up with the ID and the hashtag. Basically what you're doing, I know I've done a video on this when somebody was asking about scrolling menus. Right, okay. When you have your menu, okay, and you want to go to somewhere else on the page, this here is what you do, is you put a hashtag, href equals a hashtag about, and the about has to correspond with an ID, okay? And that ID is about, in this case, which is this here. All right, so basically if I go on to the big page, this here is saying go to here. Okay, so just about, and then you go to there. Okay, now that needs to be tidied up, as in like it needs to be scrolled properly with jQuery. So I'm going to have to use jQuery and when I'm actually, you know, got this thing sorted out. Right, okay, that's fine though, and there's no worries with that. So where are we at now? Okay, second item. The second item is going to be gallery. Okay, but the gallery is this here. So they're going to go to the third item now, which is going to be graphic design. Okay, graphic design. What you need for the back to the gallery is, you know, when you're actually using the whole system. Anyway, what I mean is it'll come evident as I'm doing this. Okay, so just put graphic. All right, and just apply that, and then we find the bit where it's got escalations. Right, that's from the other site I did. Graphic. Okay, apply. Was graphic I did, didn't I? Think so. Yeah, I'll just try that out. Okay. All right, and okay, graphic design. There you go. Right. So everything seems to be working there now. About, and of course that you're thinking to yourself when you watch it, when you people are watching this, you're thinking, wait, you needs to have that fixed. So what you do with a web, with a menu system that you need fixing, okay, is find the ID or the class and go from there, and this is this here. So it has to be navcall -1. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, and this could be it here. it's not really what I said, but anyway, position fixed. Okay, position fixed. Right. Okay. So when you see that now, you're seeing that here. All right, and of course that's obviously not what you're wanting, but you're going to have to put in width 100%. All right. Okay, so now what you're saying is that. So you're saying, you people are saying, well, Nigel, that's good, that's great, that, but you've got the gallery now there, and the way to do that is something called z-index. Okay, z-index, and just put that at 100, so that should sort that problem out. And now if you look at this, all right, there you go. So you got your graphic design, and now you got your about. Okay, and this one here is for your, I'm going to have 4 here. I'm going to have a contact, which is going to be the footer. So this is ways to get in contact with me down at the bottom. Okay, Facebook, I mean, Facebook is, I mean, I hardly go on the thing now, but anyway, I'll put in a YouTube thing, you know, but the second item, just graphic design, I'll just have to put that at the top. And of course you're thinking now, wait, this needs to go down, which of course it does. So what we're going to do with this gallery business is the carousel has got to come down somehow, so you can see a margin top for that, say 20%. okay. Oh dear, that's gone way out, so that's not the right one for that. Margin top. Just try this. Oops. Right, sort that out and just forget this, I think, for now. Right, okay, so you can go from 2 different sides with that. Carousel. This is one of these things that when you do these, everything else is pretty, there's an image there that needs to be sorted out as well, and there's a thing down here where I've got to have I need an ID to go to, you know. So again, we just go graphic design ID graphic. Okay, so I need a custom code for the footer really. All right, I need that to go down here. So let's have a look at, see where the footer is. Edit code on there, and somewhere on here I'm gonna have to have a I'm gonna put in right, what should I do with that? I think I'll put an ID here and just put contact. ID equals contact. Alright, apply that, go back to the menu one, which is here, and we can put in another list item. Okay, copy, control copy and control V, which is the paste, and we'll have that as contact. Okay, right, okay, so now I'm going to put in contact. So again, that corresponds to what I said before. Okay, so I'll see what this is like. Right, contact, right, there you go. So there's your, back to the graphic design. There you go, that's your graphic design. About, here's your about, because that there would take you to that. That just chops that bit off there, so it's perfectly balanced. And you know, so I mean, basically this is how we, you know, you're building things up. About this one here, there's a few different ways you can actually do this with the carousel thing. And I'll just see if this is looking alright on mobile. Yeah, I think that's I think that's not bad. You know, that isn't bad at all, and quite pleased with the overall thing. That I've never done anything. You know, I haven't done a full website in this thing, and it's okay. You know, it's not bad. So what we're going to do with this thing at the top, the carousel way, there's different ways to go around this. Put a row in and put that in there. Okay, is that taken? Probably not. Okay, so it's these things. Okay, right. Okay, so I'm trying to find where the carousel thing is. Still a menu. That's this carousel, right? Okay, so edit code, and what we need to do is style again, and here we go. And I'm just going to put in. It's got to be if you put in margin top, for example, and you put in minus 20. I'll tell you what, you can actually put negatives in this. This will go over the top, like even more than it is now if you put it in. But if you just stuck that out at 200 pixels, okay, that's going down. That should be fixed. Position, sure, it's fixed. Okay, right. We'll just get rid of that. Anyway, so that's basically it. And I'll think of other ways to solve that issue. Certainly isn't that one. Anyway, so again, the next part really should be the last part of this. So we're really motoring on with this now. Got to this stage. Slight problem with this here. Other things is, if you remember where we are, contact, graphic design, which is, they say that would take you there, you see, and about, which is, this would take you there. Okay, so as I said, I think previously that that needs JavaScript, so we just put in I'm trying to find my way with all these things that you know, seems to be a lot of stuff I've got up here. It's all chaos, but anyway, I'll get there somehow. Right, okay, so the second item, I'm going to call that gallery. Okay, so gallery, and I'll just put in gal for that. Gal, okay, right, apply that. Okay, so the footer is one where I just want some information, as I said right from the start, that I'm not interested in. I think probably this is the first site I've ever done without any contact format, and I'm not really sure whether it makes that much difference. Haven't really. Okay, so href home, that would just be where maybe it's to about. I don't know about that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these exactly, but what the thing with Twitter, I can really do these later. I mean, it's basically self-evident what there is there, apart from, you know, I could put in another say email. Home could be home, like phone, and I could put in phone number, for example, my mobile, which is 07, I can't remember what it is, 07. Let's just have a look. I have to look on my phone to find my phone number. 07849 143,039. Okay, so, and then my email address, for example, email address, let me just put that email like that, Nigel Brewster at nbdesigns.me.uk. Okay, and I could put me Twitter. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this. What I'm going to do is when I'm finished this, I'm just going to put it up online for you people to see. You know, basically what you can do really. You know, I mean, actually, it's taken a lot less than I thought to be able to do this. Just see what this looks like in the browser. Okay, I'll just go to contact. Right, phone number, email. Yeah, hey, I'm really surprised and quite chuffed by that. And that works really good. Really impressed with Bootstrap Studio here. Just as few things that, you know, there's always touch-ups and that, and you can always go back to them. There's never, in my view, there's never a site where it's fully you know, it's where it's fully done, really. I could say that. What else I've got? Don't think this is up, this one. I might just take the graphic designer, maybe I don't want that underlined. I think that's just a little bit, it's just me maybe, but okay, so apply that, no underlining there. Okay, so I think we've established that that's not bad. Okay, so back to this problem here anyway. I still think that, I mean, there's lots of ways you can do this, but anyway, let's just see if I can fit this in here. Okay, right, okay, so I'm going to use this as well, and I'm going to put in hold on a minute, just bear with me on this. I'm going to take down this one here, and right, I think what I'm going to do with this one here, convert to HTML, edit code, and I'm going to put in the href equals, or is it ID? Honestly, I get mixed up with these all the time. Alright, just go back to class active. href, it's ID. Oh, stay me. Lose me marbles, I'm sure I am. Anyway, ID equals gal. Okay. Alright, okay, so this is and we'll just close that off with this here, apply that there. Okay, and then we just go to preview that. Oh, it already is in the browser. Okay, so you can see that now. I don't know if this bit's going to work. Let's just have a check on that. Gallery, yep, that's spot on. Well done me. So basically that is almost all done.